So to continue Stray Kids week, if you don't know what that is, don't worry about it, but I'm doing like a week worth of Stray Kids videos, and we're almost halfway through it, and I have a bunch more ideas coming your way, but for now, and today, I'm sharing with you guys my favorite verses from each rapper in Stray Kids. I don't know what I'm titling this yet, but it makes sense in my head, so hopefully this comes out well. I'm just going to go through in the same order that I ranked them in the previous video, but without the vocalists. If you want to check that out, go check that out. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. I absolutely adore that, and it really helps me out getting closer to 100,000 that I've been working years to get to, and we're kind of really close. We're only like 21,000 away now, and it's like right on the edge, and I don't know, I'm excited. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into this and dive into the first rapper that we're gonna talk about, the sub-rapper of Stray Kids, which happens to be Lino. And Lino, my favorite verse from Lino is his verse in the song Any. Now, I only did a little short snippet because I don't want to get copyrighted, but I still want to show a little bit of it, and it's sing rap. As you can tell, it's literal sing rap, and I know the other members of Stray Kids kind of do this as well, but I think Lino's more of a vocalist than a rapper, and I kind of really like how he does sing rapping in Stray Kids, weirdly enough. Because I'm never usually a big sing rap person, even though I like artists like Jackie Y. I don't know, his sing rapping just gets me more, and it's probably one of his longer verses compared to stuff like Maze of Memories or Elevator that are both like more on the short side. So yeah, longer verses get my love usually, and I don't know, I just like how he sing raps. That's all there is to it, okay? There isn't too much of this one. Let's move on though to the next rapper is Felix that we're gonna speak about. And I think this one's fairly obvious. I've talked about this song a lot, and it's Victory's song. I don't think much needs to be said here. I think you guys know why. His deep, sexy-ass voice shows off so well in this. And from this first second I heard it, I fell in love with his verse in this song. It's just, I listen to it all the time. I fucking love his verse. The entire reason I like Victory's song, as much as I do, is because of Felix in that opening. I'm just saying. But we can move on to... who's next? I think it's Chan. We're gonna do Bang Chan, and I can't include 3 Racha verses, which would normally be my favorite, I think, because I'm only doing Stray Kids verses. And I think my favorite Stray Kids verse of Chan is Maze of Memories. Empire, campfire, unpile, old file, set fire. Honestly, if you know me at all, I hate English rap. There's very few American rappers I listen to because I find 95% of rapping lyrics are cringy. 90% of pop lyrics are cringy. That's why I listen to Korean music. Chan's verse is just like a tongue twister. Like, imagine, you could try rapping that right now, unless you've rapped it before and rap along to it and you've had years of listening to the song and years of practice. Imagine you're a first time ever listening to Maze of Memories and you try to do his verse. It's like tongue twister, at least it is to me, and I really appreciate that in his verse, and that's pretty much it. It's just super catchy and it doesn't make me cringe as an English bard, and that says a lot for me. Now we can move on to Hyunjin. It's Ta. The reason I like this, I think I alluded to it in a video before. I don't remember what video it was. If you happen to know, please let everyone know in the comments. But basically, this verse in Ta that's made up of Chan, Hyunjin, Changbin is so genius, and I love it. Just for what they do in the flow. If you listen to it, Chan has more of like a basic flow where it's more just like in normal rhythm and like everything's like, it's like a normal rap. And then Changbin at the end of it has this super offbeat, swingy, it's this super cool thing. One of Changbin's best, most creative flows he's ever done, in my opinion. Top tier for Changbin, and it's something I love listening to because it's so creative and different. And then what Hyunjin does is he takes Changbin's part, teases it in the beginning of his rap, and in the end goes back to Chan's. So it's like Chan has that clean type of rap, that clean style. Changbin has that dirty style, and then Hyunjin mixes it together. And I don't know why, it's just so cool to me how Hyunjin does that. I know technically he didn't write it because, you know, Changbin and Han write all the lyrics, but still, how he executed it is just as good, and it's probably my favorite verse from Hyunjin. Now we can move on to Han. My favorite verse from Han is Ya Ya Ya. Now, I had a lot of trouble finding this because I wanted my favorite verse from Han to be one that I like more than Changbin's verse in the same song. And I don't know if this one is. They're kind of tied. I don't know. I had trouble finding my favorite verse from Han because they're all really solid verses. And all the verses I love from Han, I feel like Changbin does just as well. And it's like, in my head, I'm like, I don't know. Can I pick it if Changbin... I like the verse by Changbin even better on that one. But I felt that both on Ya Ya Ya, both Changbin and Han were about equal to me. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Ya 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 is a fucking banger. It's underrated as fuck. And these raps are actually really cool in terms of the rhyme scheme and everything. And even, like, ignoring Changbin's part, which I've talked about in his grading raps video, but Jisung's part in there is so cool too. First off, the rhyme scheme just sounds really cool. You have this really cool spacing in between the bars, and it's not like some, like, ad-lib, like, his bars didn't match up and he needed the extra space. Like, he needed, I need to fill in the space here. Like, it was planned out, and it was, like, meant to be spaced there on purpose with perfect ad-libs that didn't sound like he's just throwing them in. And I don't know, I really love the spacing. And so, like, spacing is something I think is underrated in rapping, at least from what I hear. Maybe, like, more, like, rap enthusiasts will tell me otherwise. Yeah, let's move on to the final one, which is Changbin, and my favorite verse of Changbin. This one's gonna be really short because you guys already know the answer to this. My favorite verse from Changbin is District 9. I think you all know why. I literally made a video going over why the flow was fucking great in a video like a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago now, or something like that. I made a video about it, and I was made probably like a year and a few months ago. It doesn't matter. Go check that video out if you love District 9 or want to know why I love it. Just basically, the flow is crazy. The way he plays with the beat is so cool. And it's hands down my favorite Changbin verse, even though there's a bunch. I mean, Maze of Memories is a great one. His verse in Ta that I just mentioned is definitely up there. Easy's up there. There are a lot of great Changbin verses in Stray Kids, as well in 3RACHA, but I can't talk about 3RACHA in this video. We'll do a different 3RACHA video, but yeah. So those are my favorite verses. My favorite verse from each Stray Kids rapper. Let me know what you think. Let me hear what your favorite verse from each of these rappers are down in the comments below. I'd love to read them, and maybe you'll change my mind. I'll be like, oh shit, I never appreciated Hyunjin's verse in Boxer before. I don't know, I just picked a random song in my head. But yeah, thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, just some love way down in the comments below. Come join me on Twitch. I'm probably streaming right now, or I just finished streaming depending on when I finish this video. But yeah, come follow me on Twitch. Come join the Discord, and as always, K-pop and chill the safe way.
한국말로 하자니요 색하네요 스타일도 바꿨지 이제 내랑 비교 마시오 나한테 내 소리란 거 처음 해보지요 영화 빼고 말해 내 피부 노란색 그래 앞에 번호 8이잖아 빨리 전화해 네가 아는 여자애들 싹 다 불러 오늘 밤은 불지를 거니까 폰을 꺼두기로 해